What's up, everybody? It's GleeCon, and we are here again with another episode of Lore of Warcraft. We're going to catch up on what we're doing today in just a moment, but stay a while and listen. I'm going to hop right in. We're doing it fast today because I'm in the middle of trying some things out. I hopped into the episode and started to record, but I had to abort it because of a couple of reasons. One, I guess there's some event where now you kill a mob and you just get like a bajillion things in your bag. But two, it... supposedly, there you go, LVI has been fixed. So we have this quick blade thing. Okay, I forgot. If it's not your... At a certain point, you want the better gear. So, I'm going to take it anyway because, you know what? You don't have to worry about the deficit of preferred gear. If you look at preferred gear, it says you get a 5% chance to agility, but that doesn't start till 27. We're so far off from that. Okay, we also gained decaying mecha scrapper construction kit. Okay, I guess this is just like a repair bot, basically. Okay, so we can sell some stuff, I guess. We gained a shank. It looks significantly better than anything that we have. It says it's been removed from the game, but that is a purple shank. It looks cool, and it's way better than anything we have. A 30-slot bag? Okay. So, she just all of a sudden jumped into this massive world here. We have extra 10%. Sure, we want her to level up anyway. An empty potion does nothing. And a bunch of fireworks. Cool. Uh-huh. Cool, there you go. She's gonna set them off. Now I'm gonna sell this empty trash, 5 silver. I don't care about the fireworks. We'll sell those things. That's just random. I guess whatever. You're just getting a buttload of loot. It's really just gonna help our experience going forward. And if it zooms us up to level 10, it zooms us up to level 10. I'm not really particularly gonna shed a tear over that. Although it's certainly... a weird experience, but hey, if they want to just jump things through the roof here, I'm not going to complain. Since the goal of today is leveling up anyway, why not? Okay, so that one didn't drop it, so this is clearly not a everything kind of thing. Uh-oh, we got 2 of them. I wonder what we're going to get next. Are we going to get evasion? Are we going to get some kind of ambush? Whoa. Find out. We need 1,600. That's going to kind of give us a nice little frame of reference for... Ooh, yeah, she's really... Alright, so we just gained 160. So, like, 10% of our leveling up. If I don't, that's my math right. If we're at 1,600 total, then divide that by 10, you get 160. Yeah, so we're actually above 10% just for killing 2 mobs. I'll take it. We're gonna have to fight 2 more right now. Let's up the buff. Okay. Are these guys just tough? I guess so. Also, if you're used to fighting like under-leveled mobs, jeez, what is going on? Also, why did I get all this gear and I'm like effectively so much weaker, it seems? Am I right? Maybe I can... Oh. Okay, let's go ahead and do this thing. Now, we did upgrade LVI, so that is the goal. I said I would tell us what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do today. I'm not even going to read this quest because we did that on the last episode. We need to go find the ignition key. All these muddy tracks everywhere, but they're not real, like... Alright, we need to definitely level her up because this... She just feels soft, like... She does not feel good compared to some of our other... Oh, it's like they heave you over the head. Look at that. It doubled it up. We just got another satchel, by the way. What do we get from this bad boy? Okay, we gained more bracers. This is one wrist. Same deal. It's the exact same thing, just a... and we got another one of these potions to continue our XP bonus of an extra 10% XP for the next 2 hours. So we have another 2 hours past that. So I don't know how long this event is going to last, but we will have this XP bonus for some time. So cool. I don't know why we had to get bracers both times, and that those, even though they were blue, didn't actually do anything for us. We're coming up here to get the key for the Shredder. This is a 2-part quest. This is good. This whole experience should easily get us into the level 6 range. We could find some metal ore. That'd be cool too. Oh, this is a this guy's a rare foreman. His name Grills. He's hit me with the Overseer's poison. I would have known he was a rare. I could have. 1,000 XP for him, and we gained some more bracers. These are leather. They give me 3 armor, 1 agility, 2 stam. See, I still can't look at my gear that's actually on my character. So I would actually lose. Yeah, what does this show me here? I can't look at them. See, there's still a glitch here where I can't look at my gear. And I don't know why. Oh, I can't equip this item. So this is showing me the mysterious... I see. It's showing me what I currently have equipped, but there's some glitch going on for sure. Where... Alright, well... I see. So those are leather. That's good. And I don't even know. I don't know why I can't compare. Let's look that up. I want to kind of just peek it into my world here. So LVI hovering over items in bag cannot see stats. Is that a normal thing? That's 3 years ago. 8 days ago. It would show what I was wearing, but not what I was hovering over. According to half of the tooltips, only workout they said is reload. Shift click the item to post it in chat. Well, there you go. Okay, so that's a good idea. So if you enter and post it in chat, and then just say it, I guess. Now I can hover over the actual item. So that's at least a solve. Because if I just, like, go to reload the UI, I don't know if it'll work. Let's see. I'll try that once, but if not, at least I have a there we go. Okay, so that worked. Now I can see it in here too. Alright, cool. So I just had to reload this UI. I'm also like, after killing that 1000 XP dude, we are ridiculously close to leveling up like the next mob we kill. Okay, the next 2 mobs we kill. Alright. We did level up, and I got Kick. A very awesome skill, don't get me wrong, but not at all one that I care about, like, right now. The fact... What the heck just happened? Potion of Mysterious Revivification. See, same thing. Now it's already busted again. So... I can shift-click it in chat, post it. Just an empty bottle. Did I drink it? Oh, I did. My health regeneration is up with... So I guess I drank it, or it made me drink it. I drank it. I don't freaking know. But now I've gained health regeneration. We're also level 6. The good thing is, when I'm fighting this guy as a rogue, we can sneak right in here. The ability to effortlessly stealth is definitely not to be underrated. What's this one do? Just gives me +3 attack power. I think it started as 1. I think it's tied to your level or maybe a base of your actual attack power. This guy. I knew we were gonna have to fight again. Okay. Got another ignition key. So that's annoying that that buff is still causing us problems. Or that this bug. So you can reload. Ooh, that sludge anomaly. That's a rare too. Definitely want that because rares give us lots of juicy points. Yeah, you sludge anomaly. How slow your breath goes. So suddenly over the years, as a hero, we have the ability to hold our breath for like 8 minutes now. What does that do? I'm slower now, my movement. Should've just... Oh, I should've tried to kick. Alright, that sounded like male. Yes, this is so annoying. It's male, so I can't wear it.
Talk to me.
All right, so now we're gonna get an escort. We're gonna escort this dude, and between saving him and getting the XP for that quest, and then killing mobs on the way, we are probably gonna be close to leveling to 7 with all these benefits to time and everything. It also looks like we're gonna get pants. Well, I'm glad we found a shortcut. That's easier than taking it off, hoping it sticks, yada yada yada. But it's annoying to have to reload every time you want to look at gear. Which is kind of like a big deal. And hopefully Blizz fixes that eventually. Oh, I could have just looked at it right there. So when I look at the loot, I should just be looking at it right there. That's better. Oh, I finally see some ore over there. So little annoyances. I thought it was LUI, but there's that thing said that there were people playing like just stock UI in it, so causing an issue. He was just chilling. That was kind of weird. Like I left him to be killed by the other guy, but it didn't work. Okay. Uh-oh. I guess we ran out of rested XP because now we're back down to getting 40 only. Or actually, you know what? I'm probably getting the worst version because he's helping me. Maybe. Wonder if he's gonna aggro. And bunka bunka bunka. Alright, so where do you turn that in? Now we can go back and turn it in over there, but I want to get this ore. Then we will sprint. Uh-oh, he kind of noticed me a little smidgy. Let's see. Yep, 121. Oh, but we don't get the 10% bonus from that. It said only from killing and questing. So you have to be like actively, I guess you can't be trying to just fly around and spam the game. paying attention. I mean, I was loosely paying attention, but I walked too close to this setup. Oh, there's more ore over there. I mean, I'm definitely going for the ore. Two multi-pronged reasoning. One. Oh, cool. Now it just stays there. That's so dumb. Jeez, Blizz, fix your game, man. Actually, I don't even know if it's the game, if it's the mod. I don't know. But at least old Blizz forums, there you go, gave me some good ideas. Cool. Now we are going to be working. Oh no, I don't want Cataclysm, but. And I don't exactly know, like, I don't know what we're going to do with, when we ultimately decide to go, like, hardcore. There's certain things we're just not going to be able to do. Like, if you look at, what is it, Y for achievements? Yeah. So I have 20,860 achievement points. I do not know, but it used to be, I had, once upon a time, this quest one, I had that completely filled. And Delves was not even a thing. As you can see, I do not engage with PvP. Collections was not a thing. There was a general or something like that. The two that I really worked on were exploration, which I had pretty much filled, and quests, which I did have 100% done. And obviously, boom, those have fallen off. So I've lame. I don't even have half the achievements in the game. But we'll be okay. Not really that worried.
I seen you around here before.
Yeah.
What do you want? Go get him, champ. Keep your.
All right, I sure will. All right, give me these pants. We got the Nozzle Pots leggings. That's, yeah. Give me +1 armor, +1 agility, +2 stam. They look horrific. I still have no shoes, by the way. All right, we're going to go ahead and make our way ultimately over to this area, I guess. Just looking for ore along the way, getting XP from exploring, that kind of stuff. Yikes. It's very slow. I like that there's no penalty for stealthing either in terms of speed. That's great. That's a great change. I don't know if that's always been the case, but compared to retail, big change. And there's like no cooldown. Just be a 10-second cooldown. Just great quality of life changes for a rogue. Alright, so now we walk all nice and slow. So I did say I was going to talk about what happened before, or what did we do in the past couple episodes. So Monday and Tuesday, the operation is that I have currently running, is those are the days when we take a break from retail, since retail is a 2026 joint, just started here. Now that we're in season 5 of this show, our 5th year doing it, we finally incorporated retail into the fold. Right now, we are only doing quests where that existed when the game. Well, maybe not necessarily on day one because it's almost impossible. It's I don't want to say impossible, but it is extremely difficult to track that early because the internet. This game is so old that when this game first dropped in 2004, the internet was a baby. I mean, heck, some of us were babies. I think I was almost 21. I think I was 20 when this game dropped. And look at old Graybeard now. And I like maybe because it probably came out like a month or two before I turned 21. Similarly, I was not in a situation where I was really being able to afford a great rig back then. Any kind of, definitely nothing great. I mean, I was going whatever I could beg, borrow, and steal, whatever hand-me-downs I could get from my mom, floppy disk computers. I did have, in my high school years leading up to this game, I don't believe I ever played Warcraft 1. That one probably came out when I was just too young. But there's more of that revivification. This time it is... So it makes you... Not the XP one, but it makes you automatically drink it. So there's Warcraft. I was playing... I started having games... I'm trying to remember. My first computer ever was one... Jeez, when did I get it? There's a picture of me I got it for Christmas. It was before CD-ROMs. It was definitely a 3.5 floppy. I don't think it was the big, whatever they are, 5-inch or whatever floppies, whatever they were. My first real experience playing on computers was of that genre of computer. I had a honestly, the first gaming thing in my life, how it all began, was with... Oh, geez. I had a Pong... A console that just played Pong. I had to be pretty young. I had to have been 7, 8 years old. So it was dated. It was like Dusty that my parents got from a friend or something like that. And I kept it in my closet, and I would pull it out and hook it up to the old fat giant deep TVs. And I shared a room with my little brother, and so I would sometimes play competitive Pong. But I mean, like I said, I was probably about like 7. So my brother was like 2. If I was 7 or 8, my brother was 2 or 3. So I'm sitting here trying to play Pong against a 2 or 3-year-old. Mostly by myself. So, it was neat, but I think I was intrigued. The next real experience I have where I think my mind was for the first time ever opened up to video games, and I was like, oh man, this is a whole new world here. It was probably right around that same time. Or actually, maybe I got the Pong because of this, so I don't know which one of these experiences happened first. But I went to like my parents took me with them to some grown-up party where all the grown-ups are getting drunk and they shove the kids like in the basement or whatever. And whoever it was had an Atari. And we played Pitfall and maybe some other stuff, but I specifically remember Pitfall, and I think my mind was blown at that point in time. So playing Pitfall on the original Atari, we're probably talking... I think this was before that. This is really... I mean, we're probably talking about... I was probably 6 years old. So we're talking about 1988, right around there. And my early experiences were then centered around that, around finding friends that had consoles. I'm sure I came across someone that had a Nintendo, and my gaming life began with consoles, not with PCs, because of this. So I'm sure I played Nintendo and some Mario somewhere. I don't super really recall. But I do really remember someone bringing over... One of my buddies had a Sega Master System, I think it was. So it was whatever Sega's 8-bit system was. And I remember playing like the early Bonk game and maybe like a Bugs Bunny... Again, my mind was blown. I thought they were amazing. So then that became my life's goal. At that point in time, my life's goal was to incessantly bother my parents until they got me a Nintendo. So that was the console that I wanted. That was obviously the one I had been most exposed to. And I don't remember if it was my birthday or if it was Christmas. I think it was a birthday. And if I had to put money on it, I'd say it was probably my 8th birthday. If I had to guess. So we're looking at 1990. I managed to finally get my hands on my own NES. Look, just by exploring that, we gained Ambush. Finally! That's what I wanted. Whole time. Love it. Okay, so Ambush is more combo points, extra damage, and they're not stunned. It's an assassin staple, baby. We're level 7. We're coming down here to the edge. There's some quests down here. That's the whole point to this whole experience. I was hoping we'd get ambushed soon. So, no, I'm thinking we're going to get evasion soon. They still do that. The only other thing I can think of is if they throw us a pickpocketing as a level, which would be a lame, but it is not like the craziest thing. Here's a tin vein. I can't believe we got a 30-slot bag. I mean, I'll take it. I don't even have a 30-slot bag, like, probably on my main. Maybe I do. I don't know. Been a while since I cracked him open. So, now, flash forward. Oh, this is a rare. Let's get this girl. Bust out. There we go. We got a kick. Does that cost? No, it doesn't cost anything. This is Sister Wrathpelin. She's old. She's from Cataclysm times. So, there you go. There we go. Okay, I heard imbued infantry bracers. See, that's not even popping up in the, like, I can't even look at the tooltip when I hover over it. Okay, so if I look at the bag, can't look at it. But then when I look at it right there, then you can. So it's like you have to try to look at it somewhere else first, but it's male. I can only wear female clothes. Oh, look, a baby harpy. I have one of those, but I only have one. I'm not doing any pet battling. I'm pretty sure you get XP for pet battling too. The reason I'm working my way around here is because, one, we can find, oh, I took stealth off by accident. For a second I thought she's bringing her youngling with her. Make me feel messed up. Those Witchwing Slayers. We will be back to kill these. I'm gonna go pick these quests up. That's why I'm over here. Yeah, so it was shortly around that time when the PC scene started to enter my life. I'm trying to remember. So like I said, I'm probably, if I had to guess, I'm probably around 8 at this point in time. So what grade are you in? At 8. Still pretty young. I had a Nintendo definitely when I was in 3rd grade. So 3rd grade, I mean, what do you do? What do you have? You start kindergarten, you're 5. Then 1st grade, you're 6. 2nd grade, you're 7th. 3rd grade, you're 8. So that's 3rd grade. So that's definitely... So I was 7 to 8 because I definitely can remember being in 3rd grade and staying home sick from school. My first game... I got the standard Duck Hunt and Mario... And then mine also came with a game, I think I've talked about this on this show, called Little Nemo the Dream Master. Weird, freaky game that I liked. But I both rented games from Blockbuster and got a couple over the years. But I can remember staying home from school sick once and getting the DuckTales Nintendo game. And that game was fun. And I remember that. That was 3rd grade. So, now, and being 9 years old, now I'm going into 4th grade, This is where I man, I think I still just rocked Nintendo. Now, once 5th grade hits, Super Nintendo was getting ready to drop. And at that 10 years old, right after I turned 10, the Christmas of being 10 years old, I got a Super Nintendo. Very fun. Got some cool. Got the standard Super Mario World. I believe, and mine came with Super Adventure Island. Whatever bundle. It was pretty early. There was very few games. I got it pretty early in its cycle. I knew I wanted it. I had heard about it. I don't know if I saw commercials, but the marketing, whatever, it worked on me. And I was blowing down my mom's door and would not, like, that was what I wanted. And I got it. To my parents' credit, I got my hot little hands on a Super NES. Okay, so that's, we're looking at 5th grade, 10 years old. The next year, when I'm in 6th grade, and I'm 11 years old, actually, that's when PC stuff enters my universe. I took as an elective in 6th grade a computer coding class, and you went to a computer lab, and this was just 8.5 or whatever, the 4-inch, 5-inch floppies, whatever they are, those big fat floppies, and the whole class was just about typing in lines of code to make pictures and changing the values to change the color of the pixels, and not, there may have been some very rudimentary animation code that you would do too, but I mean, computer gaming was rudimentary, and this was whatever a middle school in a low income, and I got shipped into a low income middle school because it was a magnet school for the gifted program. So it was the only middle school in my county that had a gifted program, and so if you got tagged as gifted, it was I don't know if it was tied to funding. I don't know what the deal was, how they made it work back then, but they sent all of the gifted. It probably honestly was like at a district level, a way to keep some parity and stop the school from tanking, because they sent us all to the worst, like in the middle of the projects, middle school, and then within it was this like unit of isolated kids kept away from everybody else of this gifted cohort. So I got sent out there, but in the middle of this, there was a computer lab in this like inner city, low income area, and that's where I got my taste of coding. I really started wanting a computer at that point in time.
Blood and thunder.
I think Centaur Bracers is something we're allowed to do. I think we did that quest before. If I look at Northern Barrens, Centaur Bracers, yes, this is one that we can do. Okay.
Strength.
And I think once we get it, then it will open up the commander or whatever. Oh, I missed Harpy Leaders. It's over there. So we can get... so I went too far to the south. Come on, man. This just became an episode where I'm talking about, like... I actually may have done this. If I've done an episode exactly like this before, I'm sorry. That's what happens when you're doing a show for 5 years. Sometimes you forget. You do the rundown. You know, I only have a finite amount of experiences in my life, I guess. I can tell you about the, I was going for the purpose of federal documentation of, the opening of a lending library. So I just went to the ribbon cutting of that. Which was nice or whatever to have that open up in a community. I was just there to get everyone to sign off on papers and to be the official person that's thumbs upping, like, yeah, this whole thing's in compliance, whatever. Make sure everybody that went to the opening can get paid. So not not as cool as the people that like organized it and
Makra.
had it as part of their like baby.
Steak.
Harpy Raiders and Harpy Lieutenants, right? We can do that one. Right. Yeah. Okay. This is the same second two we did last time. Anyway, yeah, there was free hot dogs. I did not eat any, but I just went and helped them move some boxes and chatted with some people. I'll be going out tomorrow. I hope I can do an episode. I got to see how long it takes me. I got to do one tomorrow too, but it's much further away. It's going to involve a couple hours of driving, so I might be okay. Yeah, so where was I on my computer journeys? So I know that class really kicked off the desire for a computer, and it was in that year when I was begging my mom to no end for a computer. Notice the theme here. I just really, really wanted, and that's the theme of electronics, I guess. So she, computers, as far as like comparatively GDP, computers to this day are still, you're not getting a computer easily. They're not the cheapest toys to play with. Now, they're very powerful now. They're more than just a toy, but back then it was very little more than being a toy. But I got a little 3.5 with, whatever was on there. Carmen Sandiego. I think I actually had like a Leisure Suit Larry game at some point. Some very minimal. Somewhere around this time also, probably leading up to it, I had a buddy who's had a little bit more advanced, and we would play some of the old text-based Dungeons and Dragons style video games. So I would go to his house and we would play black screen text, and you would answer these questions and type in prompts. Oh, you know what? And in the computer lab, you could also do that. You had to do your graphics, but like I think once a week you were allowed to just play games, and it was a lot of like text-based detective murder mystery, maybe some Carmen Sandiego, like a lot of text-based typing. That's where my PC, but still I was enchanted. I loved the idea of these things. So when my mom finally got me one, on the one hand, I was stoked that I got a computer. On the other hand, it was even to my like 11-year-old brain, I was like, oh man, this computer's like a brick. It was like a piece of trash. So that's what it basically became very soon. It could not, plus I was young, not savvy, so any problems, any ability to maximize the power, my skills were nascent, but thus began the ability of my my journeys in rolling up my sleeves and figuring things out on my own. Because if I wanted to play Leisure Suit Larry, or if I wanted to play whatever, I had to figure it out. But those are the kinds of games that were available back then. It wasn't. I don't think it was really Leisure Suit. At some point in my life, I did play Leisure Suit Larry. I don't know if that was then. King's Quest, actually. That was a really cool one. Alright, so then the next year comes. At some point in this time, next year came when I turned 12. That was when I got at this point in time, you're also playing with your friends. Somewhere in that same time Super Nintendo came out, I played Sega Genesis. A couple of my friends had Sega Genesis instead of Super Nintendo. When I was 12, for whatever reason, that's what I had. I don't remember if that's what because that was when that one year I got exiled to go live with my dad for being, I guess I was a disrespectful turd, according to my mom. My parents definitely had a questionable parental style growing up. But to be fair to them, I'm sure I was a turd. But the chaos in which I was raised provided a lot of good examples of turdish behavior. So, you know. In the soil of turdishness, a young turd was born. I certainly was, and I have a lot of turdish tendencies to this day. That all I can do every day is just, hey, be a little bit better person today, Gleekon. Anyhow. So, got another mysterious celerity. It's like, it like auto makes you drink them. Movement speed by 10. Oh, so now I'm faster? Okay. That was nice. Boom. Alright, so we completed Harpy Raiders. Cool. Now we need the Witchwing Slayers. Which are these guys. So during that year, I really played a lot of Genesis. I had maybe an X-Men Genesis game. I think I had a Power Rangers Genesis game. So a lot of like beat-em-ups. Kind of action, platform crawler, like some Spider-Man. Stuff like that. Those were very popular. Mortal Kombat. Played a lot of that with my buddies. And so Mortal Kombat really kind of introduced me to this whole idea, like, oh, games can be like kind of edgy. Because meanwhile I left that PC behind because, like I said, it was a brick. It quickly became a brick, so I did not bring it with me into exile. I don't know why I didn't bring my Super Nintendo, because I was big on that. I'm not sure what happened there. It's been too long for me to remember the narrative. I need to go get that copper too. That lasted a year, and then when I came back, so now we're looking at my 8th grade year, so the year in which I turned 14. I was back to Super Nintendo. No PC, because that other one had been bricked. Then I enter high school. I turn 15. The 15, I chose to focus my attention mostly on getting my parents to buy me a PlayStation. That's when I switched over to PlayStation 1, and the vast majority of my gaming life, well, I don't know. It's kind of split all over, jumped all over. My mom also, I think my brother got an N64, but by now I was moving away from that. Or a GameCube, whichever one came first, I don't remember. So I played his some. He had a couple games. He had an old Zelda, the old Zelda one, but I was not particularly impressed. By that point in time, now I'm playing fighting games with my friends. On the PlayStation, I was playing. Now, over the years, I had played some of the Final Fantasy games. Final Fantasy VI, which blew my world away. Final Fantasy VII. So I'm starting to get into some of those. I'm not sure the exact timeline, but Final Fantasy Tactics came out, and I talked my mom into, I don't know, to this day, I don't know what happened. I think she must have just got like her tax return or something. But to get my PlayStation, I got it as a Valentine's Day present. After shameless full pucker butt kissing of my mom, and just all sorts of promises I was never gonna keep, and about my character and chores, and I remember I got that PlayStation with Final Fantasy Tactics. I believe I also got Ogre Battle at that time too. Awesome, we just hit level 8. Oh, Crimson Vial. That's a good one. And now we can do Serena Bloodfeather, I'm pretty sure, yeah. So Crimson Vial this is actually a good one. Sort of like a defensive one. I don't even know where I really want to put it. But Crimson Vial is a fantastic move. I forgot all about that because you don't have that in Classic, but it's the Rogue's healing ability, and it's goated. It's just a game changer. We need that ore, and we need to kill Serena right here. Actually, I'll kill this little one first. I don't like the way she's messing with my... She's harshing my mellow. So, oh, she's a slayer, but she even says, Serena Bloodfeather is gonna get you. There we go, we're just continuing to get these buffs. So if you're killing mobs, they gonna get you. Yeah, so now I can put that, get some healing. Can't interrupt that, it's gotta be gray. Alright. Cool. Got it. So now we can go turn that one in. Here's a chest. A silver-bound treasure chest. Cloth breeches. Nope. Yeah, so now it was at this point in time, my friends are really getting into the gaming PC scene. Pretty sure we had some Warcraft Orcs and Humans going on. Maybe like some Doom. I'm trying to remember the order of the games as they came out, but so I would see those at my friend's house and be like, oh, this is cool. But what really pushed me over to where now I had to make a renewed push. It was a combination of things, but I had to make a renewed push to join the PC is right around the time I was 16. So now I have a car. Now I have a job. Life is changing. Oh, we got him offside gate. I'm a turd for sure. Still full-blown turd. But my mom, at some point, right around this point, she had moved and quit her... Well, she had her own business, and it was kind of taking off more, and there came to be a point in time where she wanted a computer to help her do the books and stuff like that at home. So and America Online is coming out. You know, you're getting dial-up internet going on. So at some point in this process, I managed to get a computer to share with my mom. And this is also like a younger age. Like you don't have to worry about. You didn't have to worry back then about like what were your kids doing on the computer. Like nothing. Worst case scenario, they could chat with some weirdos in America Online chat rooms, but even then it wasn't as pervasive, you know. Not every, like right now, nowadays, every single creep is phishing, you know. If you're a creep and you're a sicko pervert, I guarantee you a giant percentage of your sicko perversion phishing is happening online. Back then, they were probably just still lurking at benches in a park or whatever. And so it was that year... I don't know, man. I'm kind of blending some things together. Somewhere in this era, because it might have been when I was 14, too. I don't know. Because... when I... Ooh... Somewhere around this time is also when I was getting into America Online. So again, we're looking at around all of this is happening around 96. We're in this ballpark, give or take a year for these various things. Me getting into PlayStation on the console, me getting into PC. Now, my PC experience, when it really blew up, was the Diablo 1 and Warcraft 2 years. Those are my, like, I am... more of a PC gamer than anything else. I did spend a lot of time on Final Fantasy games on console, and then plus whatever, any other game in between. So I'm a gamer in general. This is also when I started delving into the America Online chat rooms and met what would end up becoming my first girlfriend, who I dated for 10 years, who we trolled each other in chat rooms and frequented the same chat rooms. She presented herself as a boy, and we just became friends, and we would IM each other. And just also, like, we would kind of team up as a duo in the chat rooms, and we had, like, inside jokes, and we would roast other people. We just had a very, very similar sense of humor. She was a couple years older than me, so at that time, once we discovered how old we were, and we found out that I was 14 and she was 16, but I thought it was a he when I found out that I was 14 and he was 16. We're like, well, it's still fine. Like, we're still cool with each other, right? Like, we can still be friends. It doesn't really matter. And then there was this, there are a handful of moments, because this is not someone that I ended up marrying or whatever, but my relationship with this person ended up changing. It's one of those moments where it just changes the course of your life. There are moments and you just don't know when they're going to happen. And I mean, it's a famous quote. People say this all the time. Joe Biden recently said it, a year or two ago in one of his speeches. But there are a relatively small, I think Mike Tomlin recently said it in one of his speeches. There are relatively very small amount of actions that, like Robert Frost style, directly alter the path of your life. And it's not until you're older that you realize, like, oh, you can look back with hindsight and be like, had I done this instead of that, everything would have been different. It's like the premise of so many time traveling shows. So, meeting this person online, okay. Befriending them, fine. These things happen. But there was a pivotal moment when they told me that they were going to be out of town, that they were going on like a family trip.
Blood and thunder.
So they would be offline for, I don't know, a couple weeks or something like that. Is Report to Thork one of ours? No.
For the Horde.
It is not. Alright, so, but there was a moment where I'd been so used to just about daily chats with this person that I thought of was like my buddy, but we really just got along. The sense of humor was so good. It was just like, man, you just make me laugh, and I make you laugh, and we really just have such a in-sync sense of humor that I was like, dude, I just want to be this person's friend. I don't think, yeah, Kolkar Leaders is another one. So now we're going to go over to Kolkar Leaders right there. And when they went away, after a week or so, I sent an email and I was like, look, this is probably like really weird, but, and this is that moment that I say is the moment where life, you just never know. So I say in this moment, hey, I think, this is probably really weird, but it just is kind of weird for like one dude to say to another, but I just actually like really miss you. Like I miss chatting with you, and it's now that you're gone, like I can really appreciate that. I can't wait for you to come back, and like I can't remember what awkward 14-year-old me, how I phrased this, but I was just like, I can remember being afraid of sending the email, and just being like, they're gonna think this is so weird, this is clingy, needy, but in whatever vocabulary you can say those things at that age. Just like, oh man, I'm gonna come off as a nerd or whatever. But I was like, you know what? I don't care. I'm just gonna say it because I like this person. I value their friendship, and I think they should know. Well, that led to them telling me that they were like, you know, I've actually been having the same thoughts about it, and I thought that it was really, you know, weird or whatever. And then they say, but I also have like a confession. It turns out, you know, like I'm not, my name isn't whatever. I can't remember what they said their name was. And they said, you know, my name is such and such, what her name is. Actually, even at this point in time, she gave me a, like a slightly differentiated version. Like my sister, growing up, always used to tell people her name was Summer, when it is not. It's just because she liked that sound of her name more than her actual name. So it was one of those things. But hey, this is AOL. Like I used to walk around with my name as the Skid Mark Kid, so among others. But she was like, but actually I'm a girl. And so I don't know, like, how I feel about that. And I was like, oh. Well, of course, my 14-year-old self, I was like, I am so cool with that. Now, also, keep in mind, this is long before anything like, there is no cell phones in this situation. There's no taking a picture in this situation. So, whoa. Oh, okay. That person came up on me from behind. I just didn't know what they were doing. Ring-a-dingy. You can drink while you're in stealth too. So that led to a series of events, because this is really supposed to be about the tech side, but that led to a series of events. It led to a pattern of behavior where I actually ended up meeting up with a few people that I met online, but she lived out across the country. It led to
what brings you?
A long distance phone relationship.
Ancestors watch over you.
Okay, so that's gonna give me 3 leather, +1 agility, +2 stamina to my baby belt. I still don't have... Oh, I actually have a ring. I forgot I should have put that ring. Let me see what this is right here. This is... Oh, cloth pants. The beaded breeches. And then this ring. Jeez, I can't even tell what it does. Cutthroat band. +1 agility, +2 stamina. So she's getting some gear. But it led to me moving out of the country. What's the next lesson we did? Boom, boom, boom. Consumed by hatred. Oh, so that was, I think... Where is that dude at? That led to me coming over here. We're very close to level 9. What's our time at? But yeah, it ended up leading me to travel. From basically the second I turned 18, I started traveling around the country. It led to... and ultimately it led to me going to college. It led to... In many ways, it shaped the path of my current marriage and how my relationship evolved and developed with what is now my wife. It changed, you know, it changed my... Oh, no. Crap. I gone. But there's no penalty at this level. Yeah. Okay. These things persisted through death also. So anyway, that was 100%. Had I not sent that email, and that thing doesn't, I don't end up choosing the major in college. I don't end up having the career that I have right now. I don't end up living in the places that I lived. I don't end up meeting the people that I've met for the most part. So it's a lot of, you know, so if my wife ever like were to listen to this, she'd probably be like, "Oh my god," like annoyed that I'm talking about you know, this ex-girlfriend or whatever. But in many ways, you know, it's you just can't say. It's that ripple effect. Who knows if my wife and I would have ever even met or dated or whatever if I wasn't on this path, because I had a job which I left because I was planning to move out to California, and in the initial move, I made some boneheaded decisions, but I burnt my bridge at that job and left, and I met my wife at the temporary job I picked up to earn a few more dollars to get the move off the ground. I picked up 2 jobs, and I started working 2 places at the same time. Jobs I would have never been in that particular chain of events, and therefore would have never, could possibly have never met my wife had we never started working together. So it's just interesting how things work. But anyway, the whole point of this is about the computers. And I don't even remember what the whole point of that was anymore. I think we're about to hit level 9. That's what's most important for today's episode. We got ourselves about halfway through the record, just like you know it. Alright, so now we gain Slice and Dice. Not my favorite move. It is increases your attack speed. Can last up to 36 seconds. Yeah, just not in particular my favorite. I'm pretty sure it's more of an outlaw focused thing. I don't know who loves Slice and Dice. I'm sure, I know there are some specs. Used to be combat. Combat was more into that. I don't particularly care about it. I already decided I'm going assassin with this. It's my favorite spec. But I will do a subtlety rogue with our first alliance rogue that we have to do. One more level to go. This has been a nice, smooth leveling process, but we do need 8,700. And I'm trying to find, the goal is to find Mankrik now. There's... But yeah, that gets us pretty close up to the Warcraft time period, because by now I've played Warcraft 2 and Diablo. So Warcraft 2, Diablo, I don't remember which one came first, and then shortly after that, StarCraft 1. That became a huge formative thing. That takes me into the time I turn 8, right around the time I turn 18.
For the horde.
Now it doesn't stay all the way until 18, because where's our next quest after this one? Let's double check it. Fungal spores in forgotten pools. That's gonna be somewhere down there. So let's go ahead and just kill these. I might end up dropping Centaur bracers. It might be too weak. I want to kill my own. Come here. So what I could do is play around with... Oh, no. Yeah, it reduced my XP. I need to get out of that area because I want to get all the XP for mine own self. So thinking about what happens next, I now enter a period right around that time where sometimes I'm at home living with mom. Sometimes I am getting kicked out. My mom and I had a very contentious relationship. By this point in time, my dad's in prison. He spent the majority of from about age 9 or so on, spent the majority of that time in prison. So I am, at this point, like, bouncing back and forth. And then my mom was, like I said, we had a very contentious relationship. She had already kicked me out in one of my dad's kind of like intermission years of not being in prison. I wish that buff was showing up for me someplace other than just the top right there. You know what? See, that would have been good, actually, when I'm sitting here with extra seconds of slice and dice. That's what I need to, I just got another satchel. What's inside this one? Oh. Do I have a belt? I do. Gloves. And more potion of mysterious tenacity. Alright, so first of all, my current gloves are just whatever. These are... Jeez. These are... Gonna give me +3 armor, +3 agility, 5 stam, 3 versatility. These are just great. Purple. Can you look at my person be decked in purple crap so early in their life? So silly. So there was a lot of like me kind of getting kicked out, me living on. There was big chunks of my life between the ages of, let's say, what I need to do is bust slice and dice before I enter that situation. Like that 16, 17, 18 years, I had a lot of... We got another satchel. It just gave me whatever. Bundle of fireworks. I don't care about that. That's just to be sold. Right? Do you have to be behind the person? Hey. Yeah, but there was a lot of years where when I had a car, it was living out of the car. When I didn't have a car, I was couch hopping. There was, in that couple year period, had a lot of like homelessness where I would just be sleeping in parks and park benches. So the scope of my life has encompassed a lot of things, but there was a 2-year period where, you know, my mom, her own, the business that she had was like it was a quote-unquote party planning business, but in reality it was like a brothel kind of situation. Not a brothel, but it really focused on escort services and stripograms, stuff like that. And my dad was mostly in prison. So there's a side of GleeCon that I don't normally share on this show. That is the craziness from which I was birthed. And it really does go to explain, you know, a lot of things about me. And also, I don't know, I think you can kind of come out of a situation like that in a few different ways. You know, I mean, I have 3 brothers and sisters, so I can look at the paths of all of our lives and see, you can just see where, how could that potentially shape different people in different ways. For me, it gave me a lot of empathy. Ooh, look at that. We got a shoulders. Love it. Love it. Yeah, so it really made me, just... I really have a hard time, like... That's so annoying. That will work, I think, if you go over it. Oh, come on. There you go. I have empathy for kids, particularly. Kids that come from rough backgrounds. I'm very, very, very... I pretty much, even teenagers, I just don't put a lot of blame on them. Well, I think they have to be accountable for their actions. I'm never going to be the kind of person that's like, the youth these days suck, or like, we need to be more strict, or whatever. Like, I just feel like life is hard enough, man. Life is hard enough, and I don't think increased strictness, in terms of, by strict I mean like, you know, like a drill sergeant. I don't think that if you're getting yelled at all the time, I don't think that's what it is. Consistency, being able to trust. Oh, what's that? I don't know if that's like a boss or who that guy is. I'm gonna kill him though. He looks cool. I'm coming to kill this guy. It's Tortusk. Oh, it's called the Tortusk Takedown. It's actually a quest. It's not a special dude. I'm fighting him, not his pet. But how does that go with computers? Well, it meant that during that period of life, I'm not getting a lot of them. I did have my PlayStation at that point in time. When I could access things, I had it. But there was big chunks of time when I didn't, obviously. I'd say the vast majority of that period of time, it was like, if I could be in a spot where I had a PlayStation, cool. Or whatever. But computer gaming was not on the table. There was no stable environment for that, and maybe I could find someone who had a console or plug one in. And then when I went off to college, same thing. There was computer labs. I've talked about this before, because now we're starting to get into close to the Warcraft years. So coincidentally, that time period that I'm just describing, that was the Warcraft 3 and the Warcraft 3 expansion years. You know, because we're talking about 1999 through around 2021. I mean, 2001. So from like 99 through 2001, that's when I was more or less homeless most of the time and barely getting by. Certainly did not have any stability, was not playing PC games, didn't even really have this wherewithal to like go to friends' house to do those things. That wasn't even really an option. I was more associating with the kinds of friends and the kinds of people where a flop house environment for a teenager was okay. So very loose parents, a lot of high risk behaviors going on where I was around. And survival was the order of the day, not gaming. And then when I moved to college, you know, when we get to college now, we start to get the 2002 years. In the beginning, when college first started out, and I was just going and turning the situation on my own. Again, not my college that I went to. There we go. We got the tusks. That was... We got a bunch of those empties. They just automatically have you drink it, huh? I don't know what this thing was. Oh, elixir. We got a lot of this. We could just sell that. Everybody has them at this point. Ah. I don't think we're gonna quite hit our quota for level 10 after this, but we are surely getting close. But everything else from there, that's where the world catches up. Whenever I could, I would go over a friend's house and pop in the free samples you could get of Warcraft. Once that game came out, it looked amazing, and I would just pop those in and play them. If I was, you know, I had a buddy who would let me install it on their computer, cool. Oh, this is actually worse than what I have.
Go forth
Okay.
to victory.
We are down to needing 4,600. I should probably sell at some point. Is there a vendor right in this little area? Actually, I just did that too. Alright, now we need to... Actually, you know, we're going to go into the crossroads now. Where there's definitely a vendor. Also, I never fully finished this Centaur Bracers quest. Hunt for Blood, definitely not a cultist is their title. That's actually cool. I want to get that. I haven't put any of my titles on because I don't feel like these characters have earned titles yet. But I do have, you know, I have half the achievements in the game close right around there. Maybe a little less. I don't even know why I fought this guy. Get 66 XP. Babies. I think a big watershed moment for me was when during Burning Crusade, I had a buddy right at the end of the classic era. So now we're looking at around 2006. So this is getting to be near the end of my... So 2005, 2006... This is getting to be near the end of my career in college. My best friend out there, the guy that I was kind of just attached at the hip to, and we'd always be at each other's house. He lived with his two brothers, and each of the three of them had their own PC. So this is a whole different world, you know? 3 bachelor dudes and major gamers. His older two brothers were older and had careers. One of them worked in like IT and worked from home. So he had a real chill fungal spores and the Forgotten Pools.
Greetings.
This is the Forgotten Pools. We want that one, but we also want to find fungal spores, which I think is picked up from one of that guy right there.
What is it?
Okay, I'm gonna sell some of these things too.
Me got the good stuff, man.
I can't cook any of those yet. Okay. Opened up a bunch.
Stay away from the voodoo.
I can't use that.
Yeah. And what's the other one? The Gevra. We'll wait. I'm gonna wait on the Gevra. We're gonna head up to this area. Go turn those two. I think we will probably be able to level up just from those two. But he let me and they all played WoW. So the older brother, I can't even remember what he did. He was some kind of corporate type job. You know, he wore a suit to work. He played, and then the middle one was the IT guy. He played, and then the youngest, Gabe. Shout out Gabe, man. If you ever see this, I haven't talked to him in years. He's the best man at my wedding, and we just kind of fell off of chatting. I don't know. You know, we moved across the country from each other, and I don't know. No one's fault, really, but it's very hard to... Oh, this is that Korkar area. Crap. Korkron. I don't want to die again. Anyway, so, he let me make a character on his account, and I played it a lot. So that character, I probably, like I said, this is around Classic, and Burning Crusade was announced, and we knew it was on the we knew it was on the horizon. I probably got a character like into their 30s. It was I remember it was a human, Retribution Paladin, bald-headed beard. And that was my first real Warcraft character that I spent time playing. That's when I really got into the game and was really playing a lot. Then I moved back During that time, I shortly after, like within a few months, maybe within like a month and a half, I was already living with what is now my wife. We had she had like, I did not come with a computer. She had like a laptop, so we were not putting Warcraft on that thing. But already the world had changed, because you could, like, I can remember watching like videos online. Like, I used to at that I don't know why this stuck with me so much, but there was like this old anime I used to watch called Ronin Warriors. I just used to watch the heck out of that for whatever reason. Alright, so that's 2 quests. Bam bam. Super easy. They're done. The fungal spores and the forgotten pools. But pretty close into that, even though we were young, she was starting her career, I was kind of trying to figure out what I was going to do with myself, because what I had focused on in college was not really, I was not finding jobs with that here, and so I decided to try to do something else. I'm gonna die. Son of a biscuit. Okay, at least that's actually closer to where we were at. I didn't have... Man, those Corkrons, they suck. Should just not be in the game. Big annoying pile of poop right around there. But despite all of that, I did have a job. I was just like, not like a career job, just like I was like managing a bookstore. And yeah, so pretty early, I made it a pretty early on goal to get a PC. And I got into Warcraft then. And Diablo 3 came shortly after, and then the rest is history that I've talked about multiple times. My story of ultimately getting hacked during late Wrath of the Lich King. Coming back temporarily. I don't even know when it was. I'm trying to remember. I guess it doesn't seem like it just feels like it was so long. I don't know.
What can I help you with?
I think it was just yesterday.
Farewell.
And it was, but I'm pretty sure it was just mid-Cataclysm. So I guess maybe I took like a 2-year break. But I really only played for a short amount of time. I don't know why. I couldn't really get into it.
Better be good.
I don't know what. And then I had no desire. Nissa Pandaria was not calling my name. Warlords of Draenor. Oh, I'm just a little short. Just a little short. Okay, what's next? The Gevra. I guess we can do that quest real quick. Oh, that's... what's her name? Sergra.
Greetings. Glory to the Horde.
I'm just gonna pick up one, even though I think Hunting the Huntress is also available. Not really gonna care about it. We'll just kill these bad boys. And, yeah, Warlords of Draenor didn't care at all. Actually, Legion. I was like, whatever. And it wasn't until... there was something something that happened. I'm trying to remember exactly what it was. But I just had a wild hair up on my butt. And you know what? I was like, you know what? I think I want to get World of Warcraft again. I haven't played that in a long time. And I've been playing ever since. That was at the around halfway through BFA. So I played BFA extensively for a while. I worked on unlocking the new races. I did a lot of stuff. I started getting into achievements. I went and played all the old expansions that I had missed out on. Then Shadowlands came out, and I really was the entire Shadowlands expansion, I was heavily into it. I made tons of vaults. There we go. I really started getting into the achievement hunting. Dragonflight started. By the time Dragonflight started, I was really more focused on achievement hunting than anything else. But I went through and I was excited and I did the whole campaign, and each time the next expansion would come out, I would do that next level of content, and I would work on keeping the achievements for that.
What can I do for you?
There we go. Alright. We are now set up. What time is it? I think we're good. Yeah, we have time to go do Desolace quests on this. That's great. Alright, so what do we gain? Gain crippling poison. Okay, I'm gonna put... I wish there was like there's no poison button. I can ride. But first... Yeah, that's what I want. I want a poisons button. Because I want to be able to click it and then choose. Because I think you can have one of each, right? I'm pretty sure that's the way poisons work. You can have one of each kind of poison. I mean, it would appear as though, yes, that's the case. So we gain poisons, gain the ability to ride. What kind of mount? I do think I have like some kind of rogue specific. Can I use it on this character? It's really cool. Yeah, see this thing? The Murderous Omen. Pretty dope. Or do I get some kind of like a wolf? Not that thing. That thing is cool, but not for her. Also cool. Wind Rider, I mean, those are pretty dope. Classic. I mean, if she's gonna be one of my mains, I gotta pick something cool for her. I do like those moths also. That's pretty dope too. She's an engineer, so she could ride around in this flying machine. I mean, that's just cool. I don't want to use one of those generic drakes that you get in the campaign of Dragon. I don't even remember where I got this thing from. A morsel sniffer? I mean, Quox, she just doesn't strike me as that kind of thing. She could just fly around on this because I got exalted with the lore walkers. I mean, that's cool too, but I don't love it. That turns you into the dragon, which is cool. I built this myself. And Mechagon. I mean, that's kind of cool. I don't remember. That one is dope. But she doesn't look cool on it. That's what's really killing me. That's where I stopped playing. The Najatar rare drops mid-grind on that. That was when I took a... What is this? Oh, that's cute. That's like a money thing. These are all Wind Riders. That thing's cool. I think, yeah, when you bought the Heroic Edition of Dragonflight, got that. That thing is cool. I mean, you just have these things. Skitter flies. Oh, that's cool. And that's what I get from doing all of the world events. So that's a pretty good brag. Some kind of promotion for getting those. I don't even... That's cool too. I don't know what thing I did. On planes. That thing is cool. Alright, I kind of think maybe I gotta go with this. Just because it's so rare. I can be like, I did that achievement, and I'm cool because of that. Okay. So that's that. I'm gonna abandon Centaur Bracers. Pick that up later. I don't need it right now. Oh, I got some. Okay, I got a Mysterious Vest. It's certainly better than my stock vest. Nice. A ring. Well, we have no secondary ring, so good on that. Cool. Old Violet Proto Drake.
Greetings, man.
Alright, so looking at the quests for the Desolace Blobbity Blooba. We do have these. I don't think. I do not believe that. If I look at the Orgrimmar or other breadcrumbs, just checking to make sure there's no like Northern Stranglethorn. I don't think so. I mean Northern Barrens. No, Orgrimmar's got nothing. Rogues? I think I already did the rogue quests and they're all a wash, right? Yeah. They're not real. They're not real. Alright. Oh, we do actually have one Searing Gorge quest when we get there. Gotta remember that. Okay. So there was a tailoring quest too that I think is gone. Check that one out. I think we're good. I think there's no breadcrumb. I'm not seeing any specifically that takes her there. She is going to have to go there eventually. When she gets to level 15, she can work on that. We did that one. That's cool. All right, so she's just going to head there. Now we have the goblins. It's not very far out to Desolace. Might as well get ore on the way. Again, the higher level we get, the better we get. Oh, I didn't even finish looking at everything else. She gained all that stuff, but she also gained a spec and talents. She's gonna be assassination, baby. Assassination. A deadly master of poisons who dispatches victims with vicious dagger strikes. She likes daggers, likes subtlety. Outlaw uses everything else, but they all like agility. Let's get back into assassination. Okay. Alright, so what am I going to get on my first level? So, Warcraft assassination talents. Let's see what we got right now. So there's Fatebound or Deathstalker. Fatebound is the one that is mythic. High AoE. Raid single target. Viable on all encounters. High AoE damage. But sacrificing some of the single target potential. Do you go with that? I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. Whereas this is... This will... Even this doesn't focus. For raw single target damage, it says. Alright, I'm going to go with this raid single target. Well, I don't know. Like, what are some of the differences? I don't freaking know. Well, either way, if you look at the top of the tree, they're both going to pick up blind. So, I guess let's go there. Because that's a disorienting effect. That's essentially... That is essentially a, like, a sap. 1 minute. Has a 2-minute cooldown. So it's a powerful sap type thing. It allows us to split the targets. So totally fine, totally cool. I guess I'll set it down there because that's probably actually more useful than buffs. Because regardless of whichever way I decide to go, she's going to need blood. And it's not the sexiest talent to start, but it is essential. Oh, I missed the ore right there. I'll make sure we're getting all the ore we pass over. It will, 1, give us XP. 2, it will help us in our journey. That's iron? No, I'm good on iron for now. Well, I mean, I probably should have. Alright. Flying through the world. And I'm going to do the ones we already did before too, because why not? It's a nice, easy way to get some XP while we can. And remember, she's going to need it. Heck, everybody's going to need it. Everyone's going to need to be around level 30 by the end of this. I don't know how hard or easy that's going to be. Yeah, what does she get? I mean, at least she's got those poisons now. Wait. Why did that wear off before? Weird. Huh. What is this? Oh, because I'm level 10 now. Yeah, I don't know why it looked as though... I don't think I switched my weapon or anything. That's iron, so she's getting iron no matter what. Alright, we are going to be looking for... Alright, so first things first... We can do Kodo Roundup, right? Which is... somewhere down there. That guy, he's level 68. Just chilling, playing. Why not? Kodo Roundup was the first one we did, and it's pretty easy. I did not realize there's so much iron out here. Yeah, so tomorrow we will do that one quest in the Alterac Mountains. Easy peasy.
Glad I could help.
And then we will do we'll do the grind of gathering cloth. So we'll just look up where can we gather cloth, what would be the easiest to gather cloth at. Which quest did I just get? Yeah, Kodo Roundup. Why am I don't know why I did that. It's not even accurate. Gotta go back to where he was at. I think I'm making this harder than it has to be. And I want the ore. Yeah, they're like right next to him. You don't have to go do all this crazy stuff. So it's usable on ancient or aged. Those are recovering, enraged, covering. Before, maybe I just got lucky and there was a Pat walking right through. Maybe. Covering. Why are there all these enraged ones? What's the story about that? Recovering. There's ancient. Okay. Alright. Now we go head back with this guy. Okay, we just gotta get 3 of them. I think I just got lucky, I guess, the first time when a patrol of literal, like, 5 ancient and aged ones just walked right on top of him, and I just had to grab all 3 in like 3 seconds. It was pretty great. Ah, the wondrous sound of Kodos. I love the way they make the ground shake. Inspect the beast for me. This Kodo sure looks like nothing like the beast I originally lured. I wonder if the Combobulator can be used on me. Let's go get another iron deposit down here. As we try our best to become an assassin. I mean, really, it's not actually an assassin yet, if you think about it. Because that first level up, you could pick your spec, but... I mean, by picking that, what did I gain? Oh, I gained Shiv. I gained Shiv. So actually, I should look at that. What is Shiv? Okay, Shiv is a 30 energy, offhand, does damage, dispels enrages, and gives me a super concentrated form of the poison. And generates a combo point. So it's actually better than Sinister Strike, so I should be using that one more quickly. So I did gain Shiv for being an assassin. So I can Shiv, and then I picked up Blind. Okay. Have goblin? Oh yeah, this is we did read these already. That's an arranged one. Okay, so it's also good. Yeah, so it. I have to see what it does as we walk over. One more guy. Covering. Okay. So, it does 31 damage as opposed to 49. So the damage is way weaker. It dispels all enraged effects. So, in case they are enraged, that's just a useful bonus. And it gives me... Normally, crippling poison has a chance to make them 50%. This will automatically give them a 70% reduction of movement speed. So you really cripple them, which makes sense for PvP, but also just helps with any mob. Okay. Where are my bifocals? Alright, we did it.
What's up? Yo, hurry back!
Okay, so... Got a satchel also from completing a quest. Alright, so let's see what... These... are 4 armor, 2 stam, 2 crit. These are 5 armor, 4 stam, 3 agility, 3 crit, 2 mastery. So yes, better than what I have from the show. Cool. Alright, next quest. We just did Kodo Roundup. Let's go ahead and do Get Me Out of Here. What's our time? Getting a little long. But I want to do these goblin quests. There's 4 goblin quests, and then we have potentially 2 other quests we can do. This Get Me Out of Here is, I guess, kind of long compared to the others. This is all iron. We're just going to be stacking this one up and saving it. But whatever. I'll take that XP, baby. What are these things? Slitherblade invaders? This little spot's new. Get me out of here. Okay. It's gold. I want some of that too. She's having a hard time, guys. I'd say my bags are going to be filled up with this, but with the free 30 slot bag they just gifted me for just logging in today. Alright, let's go talk to that weirdo girl. I don't remember exactly where she's at. Out there. Yeah, here we go. Looks like somebody recently did it. Or at least they walked through here. I kind of want to wrap these quests up today. My event actually ended earlier today than I thought, so I found myself with almost an hour extra of time today. I thought that this was the right spot, that the cage was... Yeah, there it is, right? I don't see her, though. So, what's the story, Morning Glory? A lot of iron out here. Is someone in the middle of walking her out right now? Did I... No, this is the right spot. She's just not in there. Someone must be escorting her right now. That's fine, that's fine. We're just gonna go ahead and work on killing on our own. I'll kill some of these guys. Uh-huh. So that did open up, like, kiting as a potential thing. Yeah, so damage is significantly higher now. I don't know what changed to make damage higher. But it's there. Maybe it's all these little stat buffs I'm having. I don't freaking know. Not there. Alright, you know what? Let's go do the next one. We'll come back to this one. Ghost-o-plasm Round Up. That is... What is that? We have Ghost-o-plasm Round Up and Bone Collector. One of them is like right there. I think that's the other guy. Jeez, I don't remember. Oh, I already passed the 4. I know one of them's right there. Maybe one is right there. Really would have to... Ghost-o-plasm is the one that he wants you to go down and talk to... and go into this little area of bones right here. I just don't remember which one it is. Where he's at, where he comes from. See, this is dude right there. I'll have to look up the other ones. I don't... Wait, is this the guy we just came from? Yes. Okay. So, it's spoiler, it's not that one. So then we have this, there's one up there. So, maybe it's that guy. Oh, here we go, hidden in the water. Oh, awesome. We gained level 11. That gave us Garrote and Sap. And we get a skill. So, Garrote is just instantly combo point, bleed damage. You're bleeding out over time. 245. So I'd say maybe we want it like that. The Sinister Strike, what's that doing for me? Now, Sap. This is a... Oh, I can use this from stealth too? I don't want that, though. Yeah, I mean, that's just a great one. That's just, knock them out. Incapacitate them. Same deal. So now you can sap and you can blind. It's limited. It only works if they're not in target. So it's basically just the same as it's always been. And we can only have deadly poison. 30% chance to poison over 12 seconds and then insta damage after that. Okay. So now when we go to poison, if we do this, I think it will replace. Yeah, so it's just a replacement of instant poison. So it's specking doesn't really apply at this point. If you're an assassin, you're saying I want this other variation of poison. Alright, so here's our next little goblin guy right here, Cormac. There he is. She or whatever.
What's up?
Bone Collector.
Good.
Alright, so this is Bone Collector. It's not even the one I wanted. We want Ghost-o-plasm Round Up. Dang, where is that? Okay, we'll go back and see if what's her name is back in the picture yet. You ding-dongs. Just like that, we're level 11. We overshot the target. Faux show. Love it. Our mining is still not even... not even to, like, journeyman yet. We're still a little rookie on the mining. Yes, there she is. She's back. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. This says over 18 seconds. Oh, I don't need that. Take that off of there. Okay. Alright,
Do
so...
not waste my time.
Get me out of here. Alright, I'm on it, girl. Thanks, Gleekon. Get me out of here. Now let's get out of here. Alright, so this is the second of the 4 goblin ones. Then we have bone collecting, which is not too bad. And we have, also, look at, good on our girl here. She is, we are now just down to the shaman, who's at level 6. And I'm trying to think what will happen next. Okay, so, yeah, if I look at Alterac Mountains and Arathi Highlands on our sheet, let's just duplicate those and then come back. Those are the other two. I do not believe either one exists, but when we did our original kind of research, Alterac, there was in the Arathi Highlands. There was... Okay, so we go to first. So we need Arathi Highlands, Alterac Mountains. So there's Alterac Valley, nothing. And there's Arathi Basin, nothing. So those two have nothing. But when you look at the side ones from when we did the research, Alterac Valley has that one Stormwind quest, which we'll do. And Arathi Highlands has the... Hope I don't mess this quest up.
I'm out of range. I
Where's
need
she
to
at?
get closer.
Where's our girl at? There she is right there. Arathi Highlands has Hammerfall, which is where you learn Triage as a Horde character. So that's our... So tomorrow, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to go switching. A lot of this is grinding because we are cherry picking throughout the game based on classes and specs. So we might be able to finish that all tomorrow. Come Friday, we have Swamp of Sorrows. I do not believe anything exists in the Swamp of Sorrows universe. We're going to check that after this fight. Okay, let's go out here and get these guys. So I used all of that. Probably didn't need to do that. Oh, that does have a cooldown also. Got ourselves a mysterious satchel. Noggenfogger elixir. What? I'm a skeleton now. Alright, cool. So, we got to have... Oh, and I don't breathe anymore. So that just had Noggin Fogger Elixir. I guess I could have sold it. But me's a skeleton. Me's a skeleton. Alright, I don't remember where the bone collector guy is at, so we gotta find that one. Oh, maybe it's actually right here. It might actually be this dude. That actually makes sense.
Talk to me.
Yep.
What's up? Time is money, friend.
Okay. Oh. Hey, Hornets, I'm back! And there's some people behind me who helped me out of a jam. We beat her there. We're gonna have to scratch the Moradines off our list. Too hard to work with. Well, I'm off to the Kelkis. They're not as dumb as the Moradines, but they're more reasonable. Alright, so... Fine. I don't know why this is doing that to me. Alright, bye, better luck next time. Always on the go, that girl. Alright, so if we go to our spreadsheet now, we just did this one. And now we're going to go do Ghost-o-plasm Round Up. This actually was a tricky one last time. Alright, so Swamp of Sorrows. I wasted that. That's silver. We do actually want that. Swamp of Sorrows. If we look at that on the spreadsheet, that's actually close to last. So much ore. So much free real estate. That's free real estate. Okay, no, we don't want that one. Go one page back. A little too far away. Yeah, come on. We want to look at, is there anything related to Swamp of Sorrows? No. And in my research, because what's out there in Swamp of Sorrows? Kind of some fishing stuff, not really. Nothing that originates there unless there were Sunken Temple type things. But I have Sunken Temple listed as part of like a quest. Like, I would check that as we went, so... We're probably good. I do not want this. We're going to decline it. Can I toss this thing out? Maybe I'll get it a different thing, but that's not a quest that we want. I just screwed that for myself. Well, that is what it is. Alright. So, by the way, we're also halfway through the game when we finish probably tomorrow's episode. Halfway through the original zones. I guess is a better way of putting it. So that's then as we enter tier 5, Swamp of Sorrows is nothing. Badlands, I don't actually think there's a Badlands. Oh, this is a Brother Anton is lying there dead now. So the guy from Classic is dead. Interesting. I want to clear this area out a little bit. Especially since there's some more right here. That's cool though. That's a neat little like Easter egg that Brother Anton, who's part of that quest line, is dead. Got some silk. Alright, I kind of want to clear this out. So this is where we almost actually died last time. It was a little tricky. For sure. This is where we summon the little thing and then the ghosts start coming. We got a mysterious satchel. What do we get? We did gain this mysterious vest, which is 8 armor, 4 agility. Get 7 armor, 3 agility. We just got a higher level version. 6 stam, 2 crit, 5 verse. Yeah, so we just got just a higher version of the same thing we would work with. Don't you summon that guy. Glad. So that's all. Mysterious vest. Same item, just slightly higher level. Alright, we're gonna set this down. I'm gonna try to pull this guy off a little bit. Okay, we got one. Uh-oh. Okay. They got me with a curse for 15 minutes. I didn't want to use that. Okay. Bummer, we just aggroed that guy too. Okay. Fine aggroing them. Okay, we still need 3 more. Two more. Yeah, see, there used to be like a way to get some like points out of it too. Like there used to be like a throwing, like a way to pull. Okay, we got him. Alright, so I have to check Badlands and the Badlands. But I'm pretty sure that's not. So then that means it's Uldaman. So tomorrow we could potentially catch up everything, and then when we're in Tier 5, Uldaman, I know we have to run one time. And I know, unless we run it on her and we try to sneak our way all the way to the back, we pretty much have to do the quest. We're gonna have to run that dungeon. So if I look at Badlands or the Badlands, the Hinterlands, yeah, so no. What about just Badlands in and of itself? No. Alright, so that's it. So that means Friday... By Friday, we should be getting an Uldaman run going on. And then after that, we have Dustwallow Marsh. Now, Dustwallow Marsh, in and of itself... There you go, here's this one. Not reading these because we already did them. Again, so check out a couple videos ago where I just did all these quests and read them. I will read the Horde ones when we get there. We need 10 Kodo Bones, and then we just have potentially 2 Horde quests to do. The Alliance quest turned out to be red herrings. They were not available in reality. So I don't know if that's going to be what we experience here. We're going to find out real soon. I hear my dog freaking out in the background. Alright, so let's check that while we're at it. Let's check out Dustwallow Marsh. Does that have actual quests? There are a handful of quests. So that's cool. So Dustwallow Marsh is actually a real zone. So Friday we have Uldaman. Tomorrow we'll be catching up. The other thing that Dustwallow Marsh will have is Dustwallow Marsh is our alliance person that needs first aid. So there you go. So there's a couple that will happen in that. Sitch right there. It's gonna be... Now, how do we do it? I don't know. Everybody else, I don't mind. I mean, honestly... She kind of needs her cloth for engineering, so I don't want to... Oops. I don't want to sell it to her. I don't want to send hers. Or tenacity. But everybody else could kind of send their cloth over to... person. So I guess we'll start with that. Same thing for tomorrow. But once we get to Horde, yeah, so my guess is it's going to take us 2 episodes. So if we run Uldaman tomorrow, then we're looking at over the weekend being on Dustwallow Marsh. So this is all set 5 out of the 8 sets needed. Classic. So that's probably the weekend. There's the weekend for us. So then that means next week when we begin, we will be entering Stranglethorn Vale, which I know for a fact there are quests for. So we will be doing 3 Stranglethorn, I mean, probably 2 to 3 days, at least 2 days of probably 2 Stranglethorn Vale, unless there's something I'm missing. That would, oh, also, I gotta think about, no, next week we're still fine. There's no events opening up next week, so I don't have to worry about that. Yeah, so next week we'll do Stranglethorn Vale. Let's say that takes us a couple days, like Wednesday, Thursday. And then coming into Friday of next week, we'll be entering Tier 6. Tier 6 is going to be... Alright, that's our last bone, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so now we've done all the goblin stuff, and we're ready to rock and roll. This is the Ghostwalker post. Could actually probably sell there if we wanted, but I don't think we need to with our big giant bag. Over there. Yeah, so then Tier 6... begins with the Hinterlands. The Hinterlands, I don't think there's... Uh-oh, yeah. It's giving me a lot of glitches still. Stupid LVOI. Lua errors. This quest right here might... Oh, I'm still debuffed. Those stupid bone guys.
Time is money, friend. Hey, how you doing?
Hey! Alright. Gained Mutilate. Okay, so Mutilate, I believe... This changes the game for us. Mutilate replaces Shiv. You attack with both. 94 damage, 2 combo points. So it still comes here, and then we also gain Feint. It reduces damage taken from AoE, so it's a defensive kind of thing. If you know you're about to get hit by AoE, it's a defensive move you can pop on yourself. Alright, now as far as this, I'm pretty sure we need Cloak of Shadows, regardless. If you look at between either one, you want Cloak of Shadows. Cloak of Shadows is a dope defensive cooldown. Love it. Book of Shadows does. It's a 2-minute cooldown, gives you full magic immunity, and removes all negative things from you. And you resist them for 5 seconds. It's freaking dope. It's a great, great, great move. You want to... It's a defensive debuff. I'm going to move it there. We want it around here. It's a get-out-of-jail-free card. That's one of the most powerful in the game. One of my favorite parts about being an assassin. Love that it's still there. As a matter of fact, I wonder if we used it right now, would it remove that curse? Look, see, it did. So first of all, I look cool now. I'm in shadow form, but it removed that curse that was on me. So it basically strips all negative stuff on you. Look at him, he's got a swimming animation now. Yeah, so now basically I gotta make a business decision of when I'm gonna use which. Right? I don't even know why I'm... Alright. So, you know what? We gotta reload. As soon as it starts doing that, it means it's time to reload the UI. Because the Lua arrows are backing up. And now we just refresh and clean. Okay, so... Oh, I get a cloak? Okay, again, just a stronger version of these. I'm just bedecked in these mysterious bindings. Or, no, that's the... Alright, so what we're looking at now is, now that we've done these as well, can we do the other two? There are only two. Fish in a bucket, which is picked up over there at this I should have looked up exactly where it's at, but it's over here. So we're going to check that one out. Yeah, we're getting a little bit ahead of our skis. I think if you look at the hinterlands, all there is the OOX. So, yes. That we will go do that. We could hypothetically do it on both accounts if we wanted to, so that we can get a chicken on each, but it doesn't really matter. So that's a neutral quest, we just run it once. Nothing else really. And then Tanaris. Now Tanaris, it's interesting. Tanaris has an entire set of quests. But all of these are Blue Dragonflight, Path of the blah blah blah. That's actually, it requires Brood of Nosdormu. So, when did Brood of Nosdormu rep enter WoW Classic? Pretty sure the Temple of Encourage. Yes. So that Brood of, that's all, it's tied into the Encourage, Silithus, all that stuff. So all of this Tanaris stuff is set. Now there is one chicken one, and the War at Sea. War at Sea requires us to have the reputation. And actually by then, this homegirl here that we have your little eyes on, we will have already done some grinding to get that reputation up to friendly. So we... Oh, I forgot all about that. So you know what? That's what's gonna happen. She will... There you go. We can tell our life right there. So next week... Yeah, so tomorrow we have the little wrap-up, blah blah, not a big deal. And then Friday we will run Uldaman once. Okay, fine, not a big deal. Over the weekend then, that will open up... The Dustwallow Marsh, where we will actually have to quest in a bit. Okay, cool. The next week is where we kick off Stranglethorn Vale, and somewhere in that point in time, I don't know how long it's going to take us to get friendly with the Ratchet people. So, that's going to happen. That might have to actually get, if it requires us to reach a certain level and leave Chromie time or whatever. I don't know how hard that's going to be. And I'm really bummed about it. Alright, so we need this quest that is called Fish in a Bucket, Jinar Zillin. I think it's this guy. No. That guy. I'm going to talk to him.
You come get the food.
I reward anyone. You have to be level 15 to eat it. This one restores 8 health. Who makes my life a bit easier? Enjoy doing as little as possible, man. Below the docks here in Shadowberry Village, I have many shellfish traps. You're kind enough to do my work and collect me my shellfish, then I'll reward you with something you want. Get my drift, man. This is a... Is this the repeatable one? I don't know. I don't know why I accidentally clicked that. Look, there's Blubber Gut. It's an old killer whale. That's for a different quest, though. These are little crawler dudes. See, now you can swim for so much longer. I have to. Orcas, crab people. What did we just get? Seer's boots. Alright, so we have nothing cool for swimming. There's orcas in the water now, as well as the Makrura. We do not have any pickpocketing thus far. I don't know if you ever get that. I don't see it. Okay, we got 2 of the 5 shellfish we needed right there. Alright, so... That's Tanaris for you. And that's kind of where we can stop, because it's pretty much that's what's going to happen. We're going to be stuck on that. So we will... That's most likely next week when we get kicked off into starting Northern Stranglethorn. We're going to end up getting the pirate quest at that point in time. Working on getting our reputation up with them. Let's go ahead and get some air. We're pretty far down here. I don't want to die over this. And we're really far under. So, there we go. We got it. This is good. Fish in a bucket. Done. I think this is...
What you want?
Got me shellfish, man.
Greetings, man.
Sweet man, nothing beats work being done, especially if it's someone else doing the work, eh?
How you doing?
Yeah, okay, cool. So fish in a bucket. I think that maybe used to be a... repeatable. Okay, there's only one other quest that we can do out here, which is Portals of the Legion. Portals of the Legion. Is it part of a chain? I hope not. Anyway, after that, that will... It looks like it's... No, it's not. It is started by Felger Two Cuts. Right on Ghostwalker Post. So it looks like just some holdover from Ghostwalker Post. Alright, so... yeah, and then once we do that, then we will be able to get the reputation quest to go back to work on getting our rep back, the pirates. Both with Tanaris and with Yelka's village. Nice. Ratchet. So, but all of the other things, the Nozurmu stuff, that patch actually will not open up until we start doing Silithus. So, Temple of Encourage, once we start working on that. That's actually Temple of Encourage, it's after Silithus. So Tanaris will just have the chicken and and we'll do the one goblin rep quest. Because by then we will have destroyed our reputation on Gleekon with those goblins. And then Zul'Farrak, I'm fairly certain, has no... Nope, there's no Zul'Farrak, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. Searing Gorge, I believe I did see one reputation quest. I remember I saw that. It was so we're gonna have to do some kind of rep grinding with those dudes. But that's easy. That's fine. Whatever it requires, we just have to grind it out and do it. Then Feralis is the last one of tier 6. That one will open up our final chicken quest. And other than that, I don't know that there are any other Feralis quests. No, there's not. Oh, now with fishing, when we do... Actually, I forgot about that too. Once we get Dustwallow, that's fishing. That's going to open up fishing. We're going to have to take our girl here. No, not this. It's called something about 2 portals, and it's down here at the end.
Well met.
No, that's not it.
Farewell.
So, anyhow, yeah, there's just little spirals that come out. Cooking. Oh, when we get to Tanaris, we're also going to have to do cooking. So those are the little kind of... There he is. Portals of the Legion. We can do this one.
Here it is, the hand of Eroxos. You got it from one of the Burning Blade leaders myself. You must possess it if the demon portals at Manorock Coven are to be banished, which is what I now ask you to do. With the demon threat increasing, we must close these portals to stem the tide of demons to this world.
Alright, this is our last quest. And then we're done with this zone. We accomplished... We went over today for sure, I know, but I just have... Oh, 2.5? We're way over. Not our longest episode ever or anything, but... Jeez, guys, I just have so much fun with you. I'm so excited. It's a cool little floating thing up in the sky. Yeah, so we have to...
I'm out of range.
Close these portals. I vaguely remember doing this. Classic. Those things. Yeah, so we got a lot of stuff. A lot of it is honestly because of the higher end profession jobs that are sort of tied into what we're doing. Yeah, Feralis has nothing though. We're not gonna have to worry about Feralis. Okay, one portal is banished. And then when you enter tier 7, we will have a bunch of Fellwood, so it's just randomly populated in there. Yes, we will have Fellwood quests. That's 2. Ajara, pretty certain there's nothing. Ungoro Crater. I'm pretty sure there's nothing. Actually, now that I think about it, I did use that a lot. I don't want to fight that guy and get that thing again. Okay. He can bleed like everybody else. They gave you that thing again. Don't know why. I mean, whatever. It's just a... So at least you know it's... You can easily, immediately get it again. And then Blasted Lands, pretty sure that's a fat no. Sunken Temple, I'm not going to check them anymore. That's a fat no. I know Western Plague Lands. Western Plague Lands is probably a fat no. Oh, I don't even know what that one was. What does that do? I just have a chance to ignite my target every time I attack it. Okay. It went Burning Steps. Burning Steps, I don't know. I have to check. If it does, I'm sure it's like a Blackrock Steps kind of thing. After that is Blackrock Depths. Again, I'd have to check it. I think Blackrock Depths, I do have that listed as one of the ones. So that's where but it's really rep, it's not the actual dungeon. Yeah, there's another one of those that opened up. There's Lord Azrathok from before. And there's one more right here. Eastern Plague Lands, pretty sure that's a fat no. Same thing, like, we were really focused on... There we go, we got it. The other dungeons? Like, none of Stratholme, all that stuff is a no. Winter Spring, I don't know. That one we'll have to check, but... Alright, so we do actually have our work cut out for us.
Your efforts have helped to slow down the enemy rogue. Thank you.
Alright, so we're not doing another one. We will... prepare. I don't think I'll go ahead and put her here.
Go in.
I would imagine that... Yeah, this is worse. Yep. Serious Binding's better. Alright, let's Hearth back and sell, and then next time we play with her, we can work on... I mean, she's got some copper and stuff, but... No rush on any of that. When did she get to level 12? I think, or level 11? 12, she got to 12. Cool. Alright, I guess that's good. That's fine. I think there's...
What do you need?
Could sell her some of this stuff. Uh-huh. So don't really need that. Yes. Know what that is.
Dabu.
I cannot tell what it is. Buzzard Wing. Charge scale. So...
What can I help you with?
Super annoying. I really hope they fix
May
that
your
bug.
blades never dull.
Alright, we got our work cut out for us. We have a lot of fun things up in the future. And, yeah, I'm really excited for all of it. And we still have a decent amount of time before we're going to have to worry about the grind. At some point in this, after a couple weeks, we're going to hit Classic Valentine's Day. No Valentine's on this. A week after that, we're going to hit a ton of Classic Lunar Festival. And there's a little bit of chunk of Lunar Festival on this, too. But, yeah, we have at least probably a month of content that we have to do before we start getting into some of the X packs for this. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching, for listening, and for tuning in. I love doing it with you guys, and hopefully you enjoyed it too. I'll see you guys on the next episode. This one's in the pipe, 5x5.